Everyone's talking about stocks, crypto, and real estate, but what if I told you the real wealth in 2025 is quietly being built in places most people aren't even looking? From energy bottlenecks to overlooked real estate markets, from farmland to tokenized assets, these are the alternative investments booming right now. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly where the smart money is moving and why most people are still blind to it. Let's start with energy. The world is electrifying: cars, factories, even homes. But here's the catch: our grids and supply chains can't keep up. This mismatch has created one of the biggest under-the-radar investment opportunities of 2025. While most investors chase shiny AI startups, savvy investors are piling into energy bottleneck solutions, things like battery storage, grid infrastructure, and critical minerals like lithium and cobalt. Here's the secret: demand for clean, reliable energy is exploding, but supply is years behind. That gap means massive growth potential for those positioned early. Next up, real estate. But not in the markets you're thinking of. Forget overpriced cities like New York, London, or Hong Kong. The real action in 2025 is happening in emerging and evolving markets. Countries across Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America are urbanizing at lightning speed. Young populations, rapid digital adoption, and growing middle classes are fueling demand for housing, retail, and logistics spaces. Investors with vision are stepping into these markets, often at fractions of Western prices, and riding long-term growth trends that Wall Street is only beginning to notice. Here's a trend that feels futuristic, but it's already here: tokenization of real-world assets. What does that mean? Imagine owning a fraction of a skyscraper in Dubai, a piece of farmland in Brazil, or even a Picasso painting, without needing millions of dollars. Tokenization turns physical assets into digital shares on the blockchain, making them liquid, tradable, and accessible to regular investors. Institutions are quietly testing this technology, and by 2025, we're seeing the first wave of serious adoption. This isn't about buying Bitcoin or meme coins, it's about breaking down the walls around traditionally exclusive investments. Here's something you won't hear from your financial advisor: farmland is one of the stealthiest wealth builders of our time. Why? Because food demand never stops. In fact, as populations grow and climates shift, farmland is becoming more valuable and scarcer every year. We're also entering the era of agri-tech, with precision farming, AI-driven irrigation, and vertical farming transforming how we grow food. The investors who recognize farmland not just as dirt but as data-driven, income-generating assets are quietly stacking long-term wealth. Not all alternative investments are massive infrastructure plays. Some are cultural. Enter the world of niche collectibles: rare whiskey, vintage watches, luxury sneakers, trading cards, even digital art. While risky and speculative, these markets are fueled by scarcity, culture, and status. A rare bottle of Japanese whiskey once worth $5,000. Today, it's valued at six figures. Sneaker drops are resold for multiples overnight. Here's the lesson: niche collectibles thrive when passion meets scarcity, and in 2025, they're becoming legitimate alternative asset classes. Finally, let's talk about private credit. With banks tightening lending and interest rates shifting, small businesses are turning to private lenders for capital. This is fueling the growth of private credit funds, which are generating strong returns for investors willing to take on calculated risks. This is one of the fastest growing corners of finance in 2025, and yet, it's still invisible to most retail investors. So, what's the takeaway? The next wave of wealth isn't being built in the same old places. It's happening in energy bottlenecks, evolving real estate markets, tokenized assets, farmland, collectibles, and private credit. The world is shifting, and the smart money is already moving. The question is, will you see it before everyone else does? If you found this video valuable, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who's serious about building wealth in 2025. Because the opportunities are here, but only for those who are paying attention.